Hi, welcome. I felt like doing a proper DIY video, so today I'm going to show you how I built these beautiful sliding doors behind me. The project consists of these two big MDF boards. There's a rail in the top and a top cover to cover the rails to make the doors kind of look built into the wall. There's some finger pull handles here. Ooh, I love these. Automated lighting, of course, you need that. We're gonna go through the tools and materials used. I have a time lapse of the entire process, almost, except painting, but we're gonna talk about painting and colors, all the things that I know about colors and painting. It's not much, but I have a few tips that I can give you that I got along the way. And in the end, a small part of home automation, because there's some automated lighting in the wardrobe. You need that, of course. And the important thing there is that you need both a movement sensor and a door open-close sensor to make that perfect automation. We will talk about that in the end. Let's start. Here's some before footage. It was just a hole in the wall and we wanted to cover that up in a good way, so we decided to create some sliding doors. What do you need to do this? First off, you need a sliding door kit consisting of rails and trolleys with wheels. You need two big MDF boards to be used as doors. You need a plunge saw to cut the MDF boards. You need a hacksaw to saw the rails. And I used a hand router to create the bottom channel in the doors, which you will see later on, and also the finger pull handles. That's it. Go grab a coffee and let's start the sliding doors time lapse. Yeah, of some reason I stopped recording, so I didn't get the painting process into the time lapse. Bit of a shame, but we can talk about that instead. Basically, I just followed the paint shop's advice. They told me to first prime the MDF boards with a primer. So I painted 2 rounds with the primer, and I think you do that because the MDF board is very sensitive to water. It absorbs water very easily. So it's really important to do the priming thing before you start painting with the real color that you want, to prevent the material to swell and get damaged. After the 2 rounds of primer, I just painted 2 rounds more with the real proper color that we wanted. And I don't know if you can see that, but our walls has kind of the same color. We wanted the doors, the sliding doors, to have the same color as the walls, but we did kind of a mistake there because the walls are a matte finish on the color, but on the doors we thought that we wanted a bit more glossy finish, so we bought the exact same color code for the doors but a more glossy finish on the color. So what that does in hindsight is that the doors, they appear brighter, the color appears brighter than on the walls, because apparently when you Google this, a lot more light gets reflected on a glossy surface than on a matte surface, and therefore it appears more bright. So if we would redo this, we would take the same color, the matte finish as we have on the walls, and paint the doors. Then we will get the same finish and the same look. But it's a small thing, we can live with that. We like it anyway. Yeah, and about the top part, the plank that covers the rails, for that one I just used some wall plaster to fill in the gaps, and then painted with the same wall color that I had left from painting the walls. And that looks really good. You can't really see that it's added. That's it. Just a last thing, the small home automation part of this video. You need lighting in your wardrobe, of course, and if you live in a smart home, you need to automate it. So what I've done here is that I've used a door open close sensor and a movement sensor. That's an important detail, and I'll tell you why. If you open the door, the light should turn on, right? It does, and it does so because of the open door sensor that is placed in the top here, right? But what happens if I leave the door open? If someone leaves the door open, then there's a timer on the light, so it will turn off in like 5 minutes. That's good, because you don't want the wardrobe lights to be on if no one is using the wardrobe, kind of. But let's say someone goes to the wardrobe like half an hour later, the door is still open but the light is off. They want lights because they're going to use the wardrobe. If you only use an open close sensor, then you have a problem because the lights will not turn on. Therefore, you need a movement sensor as well. So when someone goes inside, start doing things, the movement sensor triggers and turns the lights on. All right, so then you can cover all the different scenarios that can happen. And in the same way, if the movement sensor triggers, 5 minutes later, the lights will turn on if no one has triggered the movement sensor since then, during that time. Yeah, that's it. That's my DIY video about sliding doors. Whew. Hope you liked it. See you. Bye.